Fish Grounders, we are live. Yes, I'm having a new hairstyle. I just shaved because, why not? Why not try this new look? Tell me how do you like this new look? Anyway, so coming to this webinar today, we are about to show you an interesting product. I think you've already seen it if you've joined the previous webinars, but you haven't joined the previous webinars, then it's all right too. This product, especially for all you Instagrammers out there who are, victims of the Instagram algorithm. So Instagram algorithm changes a lot, as you guys know, and it's hard to keep up with Instagram algorithm, isn't it? If you're an Instagrammer, you would know the pain of what we all Instagrammers go through. But if you're not on Instagram, if you want to get on Instagram, then you might be interested in this tool that we're going to showcase in this webinar today. So hi, my name is Minank. I'm the head of marketing at Twitchground. And in this webinar, we're going to showcase a tool that is called as Predis.ai.
Or an influencer, the main question you ask yourself every morning is what the world is thinking about right now. And you start digging. The latest news, memes, trends, blah, blah, blah. And even if you did find the right answer, you're not even halfway there. Now you need to create your own content. But what to write about? How to find that brilliant idea? And even when you've done, how do you know your post on social media will hit the mark? Not to mention, you have to look over the fence and find out what your rivals talk about. What if I told you that we've got a tool for all that?
Shut up and take my money!
That's right. Here comes Predis, a simple but powerful tool that will help you analyze terabytes of social media content in seconds, predict the performance of the post even before you publish it. Predis can tell you the right time to post, the right hashtags, what media to use, and how many users to tag. Furthermore, with Predis you can find out what content is working for your competitors just in a few clicks. Now hurry up and grab that lifetime deal here at pitchground.com.
Absolutely. So that was Predis, and today we have the founder of Predis with us. His name is Tanmay, and this is his second webinar. Hi, Tanmay. How are you doing?
Hi, Minank. Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic this side, and I hope you are staying safe in these upsetting times. That is like, yeah, if you're especially from India. And guys, where are you joining in from? We are both from India here on your screen. Where are you joining in from? Tell me the location. And guys, we want to make this webinar truly interactive. So I was talking to Tanmay before this live stream, and Tanmay was like, okay, why not people comment their Instagram usernames, and we will showcase the most important, rather neglected feature that people aren't even thinking about, that is competitor analysis. So he's like, okay, why don't you showcase their username? Let's test it out with Predis and how it works. So guys, if you want your profile to be analyzed live in this webinar, that's the advantage of coming live. So comment your Instagram username right now. Let's check your account, and I'll personally give you some feedback as well. So, yep, Tanmay, are you excited?
Very, very excited. Very excited. I just want to see it live in action.
Awesome. So I think there are many new people that are joining in from different places. So at the risk of repetition, why don't you just introduce yourself, the team, and what is Predis?
Got it. I think I won't take much time for that. So, hi guys, I'm Tanmay. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 8 odd years. Before starting Predis, I had a company called as Tortoise. It was in the restaurant technology space. I ran it for a good 6.5 years, sold it to the largest, I would say, digital media house in India. I was working there for almost 2 years, and then I think we launched Predis like 4 months back. So with Predis, we're a team of 3 folks. It is me and Akash and Akshay. Both of them are IT Roorkee pass outs. Like for people not in India who do not know what is IT, they are primarily I would say the best engineering institutions in India, like practically the top 1% or 0.5% talent. Akshay and Akash have been AI experts, have been working in very high growth AI startups, and obviously know lot about AI. So with respect to Predis, why did we start it? So obviously, like anybody who has done any, I would say, iota of marketing would know that marketing is, I would say, social media marketing is fundamentally a black hole. Sorry, I started with that fundamentally bit again. I won't. Yeah.
Yep. So you use that word a lot, but yeah. Yeah.
Last time. Anyways, yeah. So what typically happens is like people will take a lot of time to create a post, craft a post, think about it, and then suddenly it does not work. Like there is no reason. Like I mean, it's kind of a black hole. You would not know what went wrong, where did it went wrong. And so we had this brainwave, like while looking at Grammarly, which I'm assuming everybody would be knowing. Like the way Grammarly works is whenever you keep on writing something, it keeps on giving you suggestions on the fly on how to improve it. We thought, why can't we yeah we thought why can't we implement the same thing in social media also. Like the premise is very simple. Before publishing a post on Instagram, if you could just typically come to Predis, put in your caption and your creative, Predis AI will look at your post and start giving you suggestions and improvements that how could you improve it. How do we do that? I know that it sounds too good to be true. So we have trained our AI on almost 60 million Instagram posts till now. So the AI has seen a lot of different posts across a lot of different genres, a lot of follower ranges and stuff. So it already knows what type of content are people putting out, what type of content is working for people, and hence it gives out all of these suggestions.
Interesting.
This
And yeah.
sorry, so this is more like part one. This is more like an operational, I would say, or tactical tool which we have. Another interesting use case of Predis AI is it helps you understand what are your competitors talking about, or it will also help you to, I would say, gauge or audit your own handles performance. Now when I say how are your competitors talking about, if today, for example, if Minang had to understand what his competitors are doing on Instagram, or what kind of content is actually making sense for them, Minank will have to go to their Instagram handle, keep on scrolling, keep on making mental notes that, okay, I've seen 2, 3 different themes of contents, then keep on again figuring out that which of them has generated engagement, which has not, and then try and decipher that, okay, this is what made sense. So with Predis, what we have done is you just give us the Instagram handle. We will give that to our AI. Our AI will decode each and everything that, okay, what are the different content categories, and then cluster them into similar looking buckets, which is where then, I mean, it becomes very simple to just look at, okay, this is the highest performing category, so this is the type of content which we should also do. So where does it help? Obviously, as I told you, like first use case is obviously auditing your own performance, understanding what exactly has worked, because a lot of times whenever you're trying to plan your content for the next month, you don't even I mean, you just have a hunch that, okay, this might work. Like, is there a data driven, I would say, strategy which you could take? Second option obviously would be to look at your competitions, try and understand, okay, what is working for them, what is not working for them, and obviously to avoid any obvious pitfalls. Third, and a very interesting use case would be that not your direct competitors, but you could look at similar other, I would say, products or handles in the same space who are essentially vying up for the same, I would say, mental space for your target audience. That also might uncover a lot of interesting strategies that, okay, this is something you could do. So this, I think,
Interesting.
in a nutshell, is what Predis is all about.
Absolutely. And we are receiving comments, and Chaitanya is here. He's like, he's already commented his username. That is interesting. So Chaitanya, no worries. We right now we're going to input your username in the tool. We're gonna check out what posts are performing better. We're gonna help you give a clear picture of your Instagram account if you're active. So guys, if you're watching this webinar, I want more Instagram usernames to be commented right here. Let's see how your Instagram account is performing. It's all right if you're not performing well. Let's do a competitor analysis. Let's show you how Predis does competitor analysis with Instagram. Guys, I
Sure.
can put my own username, I can put Pilgrim's username, but the real fun is when we put your username and test it live. So Chaitanya is like eager to know. Yes, Chaitanya has given his Instagram username. We're gonna check it. We're also gonna check other accounts as well. So Tanmay, you can share your screen and let's get started.
Sure. Let me quickly share my screen. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, we can see your screen.
So I have just put in Chaitanya's handle. Is there any other handle we would want to check right away, or should I just proceed with this?
Um, Shahraj, if you're watching this webinar, comment your handle. I can see that you're here. Guys, we are waiting. We'll wait another 10 more seconds. Otherwise, I'm just putting in my own handle. So you can enter my own handle since we have five competitors. It's at a superminu. MINNU. Yes, yes, that's mine. Yep, absolutely. Guys, comment your Instagram username. We're gonna see it.
So I think let us
And
start with this. I have some other handles already loaded, which we can see till the time this is loading, if that is
absolutely.
fine.
Sure, sure.
Sure. I'll just click on analyze. So just to give you guys a brief background on how exactly does it work, I'll quickly go to this tab. And as you see, this is on a loading stage right now, which means internally we are trying to oh, this is just done. So we basically downloaded all of the posts from Chaitanya from Instagram, obviously, and then this is how the content categories for Chaitanya look like. So first, let me just quickly explain the screen. Uh, Chaitanya has done 30 posts in the last 1 year. If I have to look at the last 3 months, I think there are around 19 posts. So let us just look at the last 1 year's, I would say, data. Now, this what you see are like different content themes according to the AI, and the share of voice is basically how many, what is the percentage of posts which have come into this category. For example, there are like 5 posts which are into this category and his score is around 30, which is why there's around 16-17% of the times Chaitanya typically showcases such kind of posts. Now engagement percentage is how well did this post perform. So I think the first question which Chaitanya, if he wants to ask, is what are the typical type of posts which have generated the maximum engagement for him. I'll just quickly sort it by by the engagement percentage. So as you kind of see, there are like 5 posts in this first category, which has a fairly good engagement percentage, which is almost 21.5. And on an average, like this category typically performs 3% better than the average engagement. That is one. Now the second question would be, what is the typical, I would say, type of post which do not generate good enough engagement for Chaitanya? So these things, when he typically tries to talk about such stuff, that typically does not. And one more thing which I forgot to tell you guys was that if I click on any of these posts, I can actually go to, yeah, I can actually go to Instagram and keep on checking that. Yeah, so I think this is what Chaitanya's analysis looks like. So Chaitanya, can you tell us, like, does it make sense for you? Like, do you also see a similar kind of, like, do you also have the same outlook?
So Chaitanya, what Predis has actually done here is displayed on your screen. It has grouped your posts. So let's say you make five posts with which are text based, or maybe let's say your five posts are of portrait images. It has the AI has understood, scanned your account, and has understood different posts that you're doing, and it has grouped them into I think four or five groups. So it's showing which posts are performing better, which posts are not performing better, so that it allows you to make more of the posts that are performing better and increases your Instagram engagement. So Chaitanya, if you are watching this webinar, tell us in the comments if that actually makes sense. And let's check the comments. Oh yes, he's liking it. So it will also tell us about good and the most engaging followers. That's a question.
Okay, so no, it does not till now. So that is something we have on our roadmap. But yeah, right now it does not tell about which exact followers do engage the most with you. Right now it is only about the different type of posts or different genre of posts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So basically, Chaitanya, it's like what content of yours is performing better. It's going to showcase you. You can also input any username of your competitor, etc., and you can check what content of theirs is performing better, or what content of theirs is performing like worse. It gives you their overall Instagram strategy in front of you and be like, okay, they actually tried posting these many quotes, they actually tried posting these many images, they actually tried posting these many videos. It helps you better in terms of crafting content and understanding your competitors social media strategy. But this is just a but the main feature of Predis is improving the post, I can say.
Yeah.
That is where if you want to make an Instagram post, you can actually go to improve post, and upload a picture, which Tanmay, you're gonna show it live. I think it's
Yeah,
better you
yeah,
show.
we'll look at that. So let us do one thing. Let us just quickly close on this. Let us look at your handle once, and maybe one more other handle, whatever like I had loaded, and then maybe
Sure.
we could go to improve post a bit if that is fine.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, Minak. So let us see what is in store for you. Okay. So what typically happens here is like in the last 1 year, we can read 25 posts from your Instagram account. Obviously, there is one limitation that we do not support videos right now. So it is possible that your handle, your account might have a lot more posts, but they might be videos, and that again like is part of the roadmap, and we would be implementing that pretty soon. But from an image perspective, this is how it looks like. So, Minang, what I can see here is your highest, I would say, I think this is a travel related photo which you have put in. And that
Yep.
has like resonated a lot with your audience. The engagement percentage for this particular image is like 8%, which means that 8% of your followers have kind of interacted with it, either liked it or commented on it. Second most liked category is when you kind of share infographics or I would say memes. So if I just had to look at one of these posts, I mean, I could just look at this.
Okay.
Yeah. And as you see, can you see the Instagram screen also?
No, we
Okay.
can't see the
I think
Instagram.
I have, let me just, one second, let me just share my entire screen. I think I just
Sure,
shared
sure.
one tab, maybe that is why.
Yeah, you shared one tab. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Can you see it now? Yeah. So what I
Yes.
was Yeah. So what I was telling you was that if I click on this image, I just want to see that, okay, I just want to dig deeper on what were you trying to convey from this. If I just click on it, we'll automatically open it in Instagram, and then you can have a deeper look that, okay, what was the caption, what were you talking about, what kind of engagement did it come up with. So this you can practically do with each and every post. So like if I was you, then I would focus more on putting posts like these, like more from a travel perspective, and least of these. I think when you are trying to share some kind of, I would say, let us check what this post is about.
Okay, these are like the tweet
Yeah.
based and etc.
Yes, yes, yes. So this apparently is not like that much by your audience, because I think in terms of engagement and average engagement is like 180, which is almost like 1% lesser than your average. The handle average is somewhere around 6.6, somewhere around that. Yeah.
Interesting,
So
interesting.
yeah, I mean, so I think the key takeaway here is, I think if you have to grow your handle or I would say generate more engagement, then I think you should try start posting more of these. Then I think you should make. And in case, I mean, if you're not able to do it, then I think the next best category for you to post is something like this, somewhere around these lines.
Got it, got it. So Chaitanya asked the question: if what if the complete account is private?
Yeah, obviously, if the account is private, then there is nothing we can do here. I mean, I'll tell you why. Because we use Instagram official APIs to generate all of this data. And Instagram official APIs is how we actually download or we get access to all of this data. And that is why, and those APIs do not support private accounts. They do not support personal accounts also. I mean, it has to be I would say, a public account. So
Interesting.
let me just quickly go to some other handles which I had loaded just for
I think
safety.
he's also given another handle.
Okay,
Uh, yeah, it's TEAM
just give me one second. Yeah, TEAM
MRU
MRU
D GANDH.
H, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, is this one Mughal
Yes,
Agriculture Forum?
agriculture forum. Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay,
his.
got it. Yeah, I think let us just close this, and then maybe we could look at Neil Patel's handle. I think there
Absolutely,
is some
absolutely.
issue for downloading a post from this handle. I think we'll have to check this handle. So Akshay is also watching this. Maybe he can have a look at this. So till that time, let us quickly look at Neil Patel's handle. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure.
So yeah, I'm sure that everybody knows who Neil Patel is. And once we ran an
Absolutely.
analysis on him, so this is how typically his content categories came out. So obviously, like one thing which I can absolutely share is that in terms of content planning or in terms of talking about different themes, he is a very organized guy. Obviously, like if you see, you will see a very clear demarcation of different content
Wow.
themes playing out over a period of time. And now, if you need to see that, okay, which content out of this also, what is a content which is making the most sense for him? So I'll just quickly sort it by the engagement. So what I kind of see here is like for Neil, whenever he posts images of his family or his kids, that kind of generates the most engagement for him. So I think what I can sense here is that that kind of resonates the most with his followers. Maybe they want to know more about his personal life, which is why they engage the most with that. Now, when I say engage the most with that, these kind of posts I typically get like an average engagement of whatever, like 10.6 thousand is average engagement for these kind of posts, and this is almost, I would say, almost 3% larger than his mean. So I mean, as you see, his average is somewhere around 1.5, and 1.5% is his typical average, the handle average, and this kind of is generating almost 3 times that engagement. So I mean, you can see that how many more people are kind of interacting with this. Second, I would say most working category is something around this, which is around. I think these are some kind of quotes which he's sharing. Let me just click one of them and open. Okay, yeah. I think this is more like some knowledge, bits of knowledge which he's kind of talking about. That also is appreciated a lot by his followers. Now, quickly, let us check out what is not liked. So I think these kind of, I would say, knowledge bits, wherein it has an image in a certain format, like obviously Neil's own image. This typically generates lesser engagement than average. So as you see, I mean, now I think you can see the difference. The highest performing category is where he draws almost an average of 10,000 likes or comments. I mean, and even with these kind of posts, he is drawing almost 5,000 on average. But if you look at this kind of a category, it is hardly whatever 800, whatever 900 or 1,000. So as you see, there's a
Interesting.
lot of difference between these two different categories. So this now, obviously now, if I was Neil Patel, or if I was somebody who was kind of competing with him for this for a same mind space of obviously audience, then I would focus more on such kind of a post. Obviously, like it is a very personal choice. I mean, some people might not be comfortable talking about their personal lives, but yeah, I mean, if not that, then maybe these kind of images, or just try and understand what is he exactly trying to talk about from such kind of posts, and then do that.
Interesting, interesting. I see that you also loaded Gary V, and I'm super interested
Is it?
what Gary V's content
Got
is
got it.
producing the
Okay.
most engagement.
Okay, so for Gary Vee, we could have we got 420 posts in the last 1 year,
Yep.
and if you just quickly have to go through his different content themes, then you will see that okay, there are a lot of memes. There are, I think, just handmade, I would say, drawings. Then there are a lot of all these, I would say, infographic kind of
Quotes.
things. There are a lot of
Yeah.
cartoons, and then there are a lot of crowd or images, selfies with different people. Then obviously again, like I would say, more selfies. Then such kind of post where again he's also sharing knowledge, I would say, tidbits smaller. Again, like lot more different type of infographics in a different format. Comics, I think these kind of look like comics only. And again, different things. So as you see, like it kind of like the AI has been able to segment it in a fairly good way, wherein it has kind of grouped similar looking posts. Now let us quickly see what is generating the most engagement. So I think first difference with Gary and Neil is obviously the highest category also generates uh, almost 2% engagement, which is I think slightly lower than Neil. But then obviously the number of followers they have also is a lot different. So for this kind of a category, where I think he's, let us just quickly look at one of these images. Let us just look at this post. What is it about? Okay, so I think yeah, this I think yeah,
Yeah.
nice one actually. And yeah, so this has kind of generated almost what 163,000 likes and comments. Second category is
Damn.
again, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have also kind of appreciated such kind of, I would say, memes or cartoons, if I want to call it that way. Let us quickly look at one of them. I don't know. We'll just look at this. Yeah, so something like this. As you see, it is almost 195. I think this is the most popular from that category. There might be some others which might be lesser popular. Now, this is one way of looking at it. Second way now is what is not working as good. Okay, so strangely, what is happening is whenever he kind of puts in images like selfies with different people or images of the crowd, that kind of draws way lesser engagement than his highest post. So now, again, like if you kind of look at it, the kind of difference between the average engagement at the top, you had almost 163,000 or 161,000, and this is almost like half of, not half, but yeah, I mean 60% of that, which is almost 80K or 90K. So if I was Gary Vee, obviously I would again want to post more around this stuff and lesser around this stuff. I think more, I would
Absolutely.
say, yeah. So this is, yeah, this is how this looks like. So let me just quickly go back. Yeah, I think this should be, let's see. Yeah, I think there is some issue with that particular handle.
Yep.
Is there any other handle we could quickly try?
So
or
right
could
now
you give
Chaitanya
some
is
details?
asking, do you have hashtags analysis or generator?
Yeah. So okay. So let us quickly go to that aspect also. So this is that improve post section where I'll quickly show you. I think I had Chaitanya's account open somewhere. Yeah, this is Chaitanya's account. Let me just do it this way. I will pick up one of the posts from his account. Let me just, yeah, okay. I'll just pick up this post. I will copy his caption. Yeah, I will, okay. Let me just keep a smaller caption, which is whatever, 200 characters. Let me just quickly copy the creative also. And yeah, let me upload the creative. Yeah, and okay, just I'll click on predict. So this, like Sadhana, what I'm showing here is our improve post section. This, where does it help you is like what I was talking about, the Grammarly kind of a stuff. Wherein before actually putting it on Instagram, you could come to Predis and you could check it with the AI, or what different type of, I would say, improvements can you look at there. So now, as you see the engagement indicator, it is kind of telling you that this post might not perform as good as your other posts. And in terms of improvements on how good you improve it, it is saying that you should add 9 hashtags, or you should try writing a larger caption instead of this. Now coming to your question, so now what we do here is, I mean, the AI kind of tries to understand what are you trying to talk about from your caption and your creative, and then suggests you relevant hashtags which could be used with that. So I think what the AI kind of understood was, I mean, okay, I mean, there were, yeah. So it is kind of somewhere around motivational or a positive kind of a caption, which is why, I mean, as you see, it has kind of given a lot of, I think, very related hashtags. And I mean, there are two ways you could look at the hashtags. One is by the relevancy, how relevant is the hashtag with the caption, or by the reach. Now, why do we show that reach also? Because a lot of times people would not want to use such large hashtags, something like a positive code, which has like 6.6 mil posts tentatively. And obviously, like there is very less chance that your post might even rank on that hashtag. So, I mean, I can using hashtags is fairly simple. I can just click on these. I can just copy and paste this hashtag there. That's it. So this is the hashtag bit. Like, I hope this answers. Okay. And another point what we have is we also show you hashtag by images. So now I think with respect to the image, let me just clear something that we read a lot of stuff from that image. It is not that we only read, I would say, text written in that image, but our AI is also able to look at what are the different type of objects, or is there any activity happening in that image, or what are the dominant colors from that image? Is there anything in particular which is being conveyed from that image and stuff like that? And we try and understand all of that, and after that we kind of come up with hashtags. So I think from an image bit also, it is kind of seeing that it is a motivational kind of a post, which is why it has given such kind of hashtags. And at least I am pretty happy looking at these hashtags. I mean, if I had to put out these posts, I would definitely have used some of these hashtags. And again, like using hashtags is fairly simple. I can just copy it from here. I can just copy and paste that. I mean, it is as simple as that. So this is the hashtag bit, and we also have this section called as inspiration for captions. So a lot of times you might not be sure of what should I exactly write. So what you could typically do is you can just put in a couple of words or a small sentence about what you're trying to write, and this just quickly come to this section. So as you see, I think it has already come up with some very good ideas. So I think yeah, if I look at the first, I would say, option which it has given to me, that also I can just click on copy and I can directly paste it. And if I don't want to copy, let us say if I want to edit, or I want to, like, I would say, change a bit and then copy it. So I can just this is also editable. I can just say today's episode all about meaning life, come join us and explore, something like that, whatever. And I can just click on copy and then use it. So this in itself, what typically happened here was, you can, as I said, like you can obviously put in your caption, put in your creative, and then come check with the AI that, okay, how many hashtags should you use? Is there any other improvements what you can do? And then select your hashtags, and also, like, in case you are still getting stuck, you could select some caption ideas. Now, quickly, one more thing which I want to talk about is, in terms of these suggestions, whatever we give to improve the post performance, there are multiple type of suggestions which come with Redis. So obviously, you've already seen two, which is a number of hashtags and I would say the caption length. Apart from this, you would also see a good time of day or a good day of week on which this content would go. So why that is also very important is, I think everybody would agree that not all content will work at all times. There is some content which typically would work well in the morning, some content will work well in the evenings. So like coming back, since I told you guys that the AI is kind of trained on almost 60 million posts and is getting trained each and every day. So that is where the AI has kind of seen a lot of different content, tries and understands which content works at what date time, and that is where it starts to give these kind of suggestions. So I hope this kind of has answered your question.
Absolutely. And here's one more question. Will you also show engagement for the post which came through hashtags?
So, okay, so we do not have, I would say that, okay, so see, I mean, first thing is we are an AI company. So, and our focus right now is to build this AI, or I would say improve this AI and take it to the next level. So, I'm sure there are a lot of different tools. I mean, I don't want to name them, but yeah, I mean, a simple Google search will tell you such kind of tools, which will show you that, okay, these are the hashtags you had used and this is the engagement we generated from that hashtag and stuff like that. So, we will go there, not right now. So as of now, like video, as I told you, video is something which is not supported. That is something we already are working on. So once we do all of these improvements, then maybe we would want to go there.
Absolutely. So as of now, Chaitanya, this tool is like you input your image, you input your caption that 100 200 words, and what Predis does is it scans your image, it scans the caption, and it suggests you a more ideas for the caption to expand on. It suggests you hashtags based on the caption, based on the image, and the bar which you see at the right side with the brown progress bar is what your is predicting your engagement, you know. So probably this kind of post will get you less engagement. That's what Predis says
Yes.
based on scanning all of your posts in your account.
Yeah. So thanks, Mira, for that. Just to add on top of it, so Predis as of today is more like an ideation or a strategy kind of a tool, wherein you could work with Predis to, I would say, craft better posts, to save time for crafting posts, and to understand a content calendar. And we obviously are not into the posting or the scheduling game, so we don't support posting, we don't support scheduling. Why? Because as I said, like we're an AI company, and would want to focus more on the, I would say, the AI part only.
Interesting. And my suggestion to you, Chaitanya, how you could actually drastically improve your post is by removing the whole text thing, because and posting actually a picture of yours. You know,
Yeah,
because
that's
Instagram is a visual only platform, and your caption says the previous 15 days were the most challenging days of your life because you went through COVID. And I think a picture of yours recovering, or a picture of yours with your family, etc., would drastically improve your post. So we have a question on: will you please share your roadmap?
Yeah, so our roadmap is actually public. I will show that to you guys or here only. So if you go to our
Let
website,
Yep.
sorry, you were saying something?
Yes, the product roadmap will always be found over there. The
Yes.
link, I'm just gonna share it, Chaitanya,
Sure.
in the comment section. You can just click on it and check it out.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
it's in the
obviously,
comment section.
one more thing to add here is that we are always open to any suggestions, any feedback, anything which would make British. So you guys can reach out to us like via different channels, maybe like on the website if you want to chat, send out email and stuff like that. So that is also fine. And the roadmap also keeps on evolving. The more we talk to customers, the more feedback we get, the more the roadmap evolves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm gonna share my screen, and
Yeah.
yep. So basically, we are at the daily page of Predis. And Chetan, if you always want to check out roadmaps of this Predis or any other tool that you buy on PitchGround, all you have to do is come to this FAQ section where we have the support email, the knowledge base, the roadmap, and the questions that you frequently ask questions, which you may have doubts or not. So then you can check out the discussions tab as well and ask your questions here. And we will answer. The team Predis is actively monitoring the discussions tab, our Facebook group, etc. And all the questions will be, answered. And if you want to check out the previous webinars or the use cases, etc., you can see here use case 1, use case 2. we have every single thing here in the videos tab that you can just go and check it out. So this is the lifetime deal, and we have different plans here. So this is the $49 plan. That's the basic plan. We have the $100 plan, and we have the $199 plan. So if you're an agency, I think this plan would make more sense to you because you're handling different accounts. But if you're a freelancer, then this plan would make more sense to you. Either this or this. If you're handling one or two accounts, since you have your account and you have a brand account, then this plan would make sense to you. So I won't explain all of this. You can just go here, read it, and if you have any doubts, you can, ask it, because yeah, this is pretty simple to understand. That it's gonna generate 120 hashtag suggestions and 60 daily prediction runs and all of this. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and yes, Predis seems good to improve the post performance. Absolutely, Chetan, you absolutely got the whole point of Predis here. It's basically, you know, trying to understand which of the posts perform better, trying to understand what you're doing, what your competitor is doing, and trying to map out a theme so that this data makes sense to you. Because what other tools I've seen do is that they just show you the highest engaged post. That's all, and that doesn't make any sense to me, because I want an in-depth data, like showing based on engagement. I want to calculate my competitors' posts, etc. So let's say I can actually use this on influencer marketing as well. So if you see the influencer marketing use case, I think probably we should make a different use case on influencer marketing. That's a very nice idea. I'll just note it down and give it to Mark. So basically, influencer marketing, how you do it. You go to Predis, you search for an influencer, check out all of his, what do you call, posts that are performing better. Then you can collaborate with him and be like, hey, we want this kind of post with you, because these kind of posts perform better. We want this kind of post that you do. How much do you charge? And we can see all of his engagement, etc. This will amplify your influencer marketing efforts as well. That is
Yes.
super useful.
So yeah, thank you, Milan, for pointing that out. So that already, like, we've started to see a lot of success from influencers. So we have a lot of influencers who have started using Predis, like both for understanding what their competitors are doing, what is working for them, crafting better content strategies accordingly, and also trying to understand what is working for them. And yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting use case wherein different brands could look at different influencers and then say that, okay, this guy, though he posts about 5-6 different themes, but out of this is a theme which is working the most for him, and maybe we should collaborate. Okay, and one more thing I just wanted to add. Let me just quickly share my screen. We have the analysis for the team Murugan handle out. So let us just quickly look at that, and let us check with Chaitanya if that makes sense. So this has been loaded right now. Whatever that glitch was, thanks Akshay for sorting that out. And Chaitanya, if you can see it, this is how the categories look like. I mean, the AI has kind of come up with around 6 to 7 different categories. And if I want to see that, okay, which is the category which is not making, like I would say, not generating much engagement, it is kind of this, where I think these are some kind of certificates or forms which are, I think, being, yeah, some kind of announcements which are being done in such kind of, I think, a certain format, wherein it is more text heavy and stuff like that. Whereas I think the most, I would say, popular category with your audiences, I think, which is not that much text heavy, which has posts around this kind of a format. So I think if I was you, or if like I was managing this account, obviously I would want to post more around this kind of a stuff, or such kind of a stuff wherein you have more images in it, lesser text in it, because I think that is the kind of, I would say, output which I see. So one more thing I think I would want to add out here is that the AI, like, one basic thing which is needed is that the handle in itself should have different type of content themes. I mean, if there are too many content themes, or I mean, there is no clear segregation around them, then obviously the AI also cannot, I would say, segregate that into and give out absolutely, I would say, crystal clear patterns. So that is like, just to give you a simple example here, like this is a handle which I had loaded here, which is men's law handle. And if you see, like they are absolutely clear of what different type of, I would say, uh, content themes are they going to talk about. And which is why if you see, the AI has been able to absolutely, I would say, segment it, or like differentiate
Interesting.
it and
Yeah,
kind of
I
say
can see
different
that.
categories. Yeah. So I mean, if you see again, like the engagement bit, this is like these kind of images, or I think shirts and shoes and stuff like that. That kind of generates the most engagement. Images with shoes or just t-shirts. I mean, they kind of do not generate that much engagement, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean that is something which is needed. Yeah.
True, truly, truly.
Yeah.
And Chaitanya, I hope that answers your question. He's like, previously he thought it was just to analyze visitors and engagement, but right now he totally, totally understood the tool.
Understood.
So, guys, that
Understood.
was Predis, and we have a special webinar that we are planning with Predis that is gonna come in the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be a super value-packed webinar. Is Probably we are trying to make it one. We are experimenting this. I'm telling this to you first. We're experimenting this, and it's gonna be a whole different webinar altogether. So make sure you keep an eye out for that because it's going to be truly value packed. If you're someone who wants to grow on Instagram, that webinar will be for you. That's all I can say. So why don't you go to PitchGround website right now? Just grab Predis a lifetime deal. It's just about this video, or if you're watching it on YouTube, it's below this video. And tell us how you feel about the tool. Tell us how it's working on growing your Instagram account. And until then, that's Minank and Tanmay signing off.
So thank you, Milan. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.